If you're like most companies, you spend a lot on information, as much as 5% of your revenues or even more, yet you still don't have all the information you need to run your business. In most organizations, there's a lack of information to support competitive strategies, and what information there is not organized in the ways you need it. Your company needs faster, better, more relevant information to compete in today's turbulent and hyper-competitive economy. The knowledge value chain is a model that enables the alignment of your data with decisions, strategies, and enterprise value creation. This simple process can quickly help you make better decisions and save you money. I'm Tim Powell, president of the Knowledge Agency and developer of the Knowledge Value Chain model. I've presented the materials you'll see here to hundreds of organizations in workshops and clinics around the world. I'd like to help you begin today transforming your organization's information from a cost center to a value center using these simple steps. Would you like to learn how to turn data, which most of us have too much of, into value, results, profits, and ROI, which we all need more of? We've created a 7-step process called the Knowledge Value Chain to do exactly this. In the next few minutes, I'll tell you how the KVC works and tell you how to get started using the KVC in your organization. Before you even start, you need a plan. We call this Step 0, which includes identifying how value is defined in your organization. In a profit-making business, financial metrics like return on investment are typically used. In a government agency or non-government organization, a mission statement or other value-centric goals may be needed. And in any case, it's essential to have an understanding with your research team as to the targets, goals, and objectives for this particular project or initiative. Once value is defined, your team can begin your project at Step 1, acquiring or collecting relevant data. Let me take a moment to explain how the KVC model works. We've re-envisioned business research as a kind of manufacturing process, starting with a raw material called data and ending with a finished product called value. At each step, you'll see a white word on a colored bar that indicates the state or stage of processing. This represents the goal or endpoint of that step. For example, data is the first stage of processing in the KVC. You'll also see a word in yellow called a transform that represents an action step, like acquire. In each of the 7 steps of the knowledge value chain, we go from one state to the next by successfully completing the transform. In this case, data acquisition typically starts with secondary research. Here we collect reports, articles, and other available published information, starting with a systematic search for such materials. Next, you'll typically move to primary research, which involves speaking to someone knowledgeable about the topic, either by phone or in person. Direct observation of the subject matter may also be useful. A scientist working in a research lab typically uses this method. A business researcher may also use it, for example, to assess the trends in a market by attending a trade show. Finally, there may be data already available within the organization that's useful. For example, transactional data that can reveal trends in customer purchases. We're almost ready to begin to analyze our data, but first there's an important Step 2 that's often overlooked. This is where we process the data in order to provide information. This can involve, for example, cleaning our data to eliminate what seem to be erroneous, unreliable, or non-relevant data. Processing can also entail converting data into different electronic formats so that analysis can be done more effectively. Now we're ready for Step 3, where we analyze our information to produce knowledge. This is a complex process that basically involves 2 fundamental methods: quantitative analysis of financial data and other business metrics, and qualitative analysis of words and ideas. Now we're ready for the all-important Step 4, where knowledge is communicated to a decision maker to produce intelligence. In a large organization, all the steps up until now, data to information to knowledge, are typically managed by a knowledge professional. But now we need to transfer our knowledge to a decision maker who can start turning our findings into business results and value. Only now does it become true intelligence, which we define as knowledge in the hands of someone empowered to act on it and thereby produce value from it. Once the decision maker has the intelligence, he or she applies it in step 5 to make a decision. Decision making can be a rigorous process employing methods like the decision tree, but also involves discussion, negotiation, trade-offs, and good old-fashioned organizational politics. Making significant decisions in a complex organization is almost always a group process. Once a decision has been reached, action plans need to be formulated and executed. While superhuman goals may provide motivation, it's also important to plan actions that are feasible within the budget and time constraints available. Now comes step 7, where we implement our action plans to create value as we defined it in step 0. Our success in the whole process depends heavily on the way each individual step of the process was implemented. If you skip even one step or do it poorly, the integrity and effectiveness of the whole chain is put at risk. Our knowledge value chain is now complete. The knowledge professionals team has acquired data, has processed that data to produce information, and has analyzed that information to create knowledge. That knowledge has then been communicated to a decision maker to create intelligence. The decision maker has taken that intelligence and applied it to make decisions, has formulated action plans, and finally has created value in terms of the original goals of the effort. There's a handy mnemonic, DIKIDAV, D-I-K-I-D-A-V, to help you remember each step. The knowledge value chain helps knowledge professionals provide better information and helps decision makers to be better consumers of that information. In this brief introduction, I've only been able to scratch the surface of what the KBC can do for you. To find out more, visit our website, knowledgevaluechain.com/home. We hope you'll join the many organizations that are using the knowledge value chain to make better decisions and save money at the same time. This has been a production of the Knowledge Agency. There's information about our other services on our main website at knowledgeagency.com, as well as information on how to contact us. Thanks for watching, and good luck in transforming your information from a cost center to a value center.